Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, so first thing is first, I do want to talk a little about FOMC. There's nothing to me that was really too important there. He did mention that rate hikes could be taking place next year, and then on top of that, if conditions were to change, that they will use their tools to get inflation back down. Their tools is rate hikes. I just want to make that clear. So that's pretty much it. All right, like he pretty much said, hey, we're not out the water yet, but maybe he's saying something that I can't listen right now. Obviously, I'm watching, or not watching. I am recording this video, so maybe something just caused this sell off here. But we did initially see a spike, and I really just want to see how the market reacts once the man is done talking. The man, the myth, the legend, Jay Powell. All right. As of right now, market spiked literally exactly up into our supply zone that starts over here at 456.80, and it does seem like that is where you started turning around. Now, I will point out, you broke down through this trend line. You came back down to this next trend line. Trend lines are decently important. I'm not going to say they're the most accurate all the time, but as you could see, we have very clean trend lines here that worked very well today. And once you do break from this one, you very likely go level to level here. But, it's FOMC, so we're going to have to see what happens. But yeah, all right. So you broke through this trend line. You came and bounced off of this one. You came back to backtest that one. So far, you have rejection. You could see this on the 30-minute time frame. You could see this on the hourly time frame. 15-minute, you kind of overshot and went straight to supply. On the downside, what am I watching for? I am literally watching these levels to see them get taken out one by one. If we were to start going down there, you are just going to have to play this level by level here if you really want to see the market trend lower without a big catalyst. I understand FOMC is a big catalyst, but from what I just heard, there's nothing that can really just tank the market. Now, again, something could have been said that I am not hearing right now. That's causing this massive, this knife candle to be going down. I don't know. What I will bring up is, let me just, hang on. Oh, I don't have the thing. It's the wrong button. Oh, here we go. We're going to come over here. All right. We will come over to unusual whales. All right, hopefully that popped right up. There we go. I want to point out something that I was seeing before, and I just, literally, I just want to show you guys, all right? First things first, you see a crap ton of puts being, bought right here, but these have, these deep in the money, because that is what they are not deep in the money at. No, they are deep in the money, all right? But what I want to point out is I was just seeing so many puts getting bought for the 28th. So either some big guy is hedging, all right? And these came in all at the same time. This is just something I want to put on your radar. Just have in the back of your mind, because I don't know how this thing's going to go. But as you see, we do have a big knife candle, and your boy is actually going to... yeah, your boy is going to take off some risk here, because why why do risky things, all right? All right. Hang on, buddies. Hang on. I'm sorry. I got to record during FOMC, and your boy took on a little bit more risk than he would have liked, and I'd much rather not be in anything short-dated, so let me tell them, all right? All right. 1, 8, 3. All right, cool. All right. Sorry about that. Let's resume. Get back into it. All right. So obviously a knife candle is going down and just gave back the whole move. That is not a sign of strength. Typically, we do see the fake move come before, and then the real move comes when Jerome Powell gets off of the stage. Obviously, he probably is talking right now. But I do want to say, I don't know what is going to happen today, but let's take a step back and let's look at the reality of things. Let's take off these trend lines, just to have a clean chart here. We could take off some levels because they're not relevant here on the daily time frame. What is the big picture? The big picture, in my personal opinion, is we do have a triple bearish divergence going on here on the daily RSI. What else do we have? We do have depending how this day turns out, we got 49 minutes left to close out this bar. We are going to have to see, but you are clear as day stalling out. You have a double top right here with the, again, you have a triple bearish divergence. We come over here to the hourly time frame. What do you also have? You have, let me just move that and we will make that a little shorter there. All right, we'll make that a little shorter over there. You have a bearish divergence going on over there as well, right as you come up to supply, and you actually do have this triple bearish divergence, even though it didn't, like, it was up there, but now it's not up there because obviously things just tanked. Now, again, I don't know what was just said to cause that. I'm very sure something just caused that, and I wish I knew, but I don't know, and that's just how things go, all right? It be what it be, okay? It be what it be. But I do want to point out, all right, I think upside is extremely limited. Why is it extremely limited? Guys, you are in your supply zone here that starts right here, like we pointed out at the beginning of the video, 456.80, and then it comes all the way up to 462. So you have, what is it, 2% of upside from where we are? 1.67% of upside, and your downside risk is that you come back to the breakout point at 444, like we've been talking about. I'm not saying that is going to be the case, but FOMC would be a catalyst to ignite that. Maybe that was what the market was waiting, a turning point. I'm not saying this is going to happen because clearly this market just wants to keep squeezing out shorts. We have been doing this for a very long time. So, hey, rational markets are going to do whatever they want to do, but I am going to bring something up that I noticed yesterday. We're going to come over here. We're going to put on the Bollinger Band, and I'm going to point out on the Dow over here. So we have DIA up here on the weekly time frame, up at the upper Bollinger Band. I did point this out this morning. So, I mean, over here, this is when you had your raging bull market with stimulus. And I'm just going to say right now, all right, I personally think we are coming up to all-time highs. I don't care when it happens. I think this is going, I'm not saying it's going to happen in 2023, but I am saying I think that is what the market is going for. The market has came straight up, and guess what? From today's high, you are so flopping close from this high. I think it is going to be hit. You're 5% away from the high. All right. What if we see a scenario play out something like this? Also, I'm going to say right now, upper Bollinger Band right there. So if we pop our head up, I think you are going to get a little pullback, even if it's just something like we got over here. You popped your head up, got a little pullback over there, got a little pullback. All right, there, pullback. All right, right there, pullback. I'm just pointing out, I think it is likely that if you continue any higher, you're probably going to end up having a decent sized pullback in the near term future. But what if we get something like this? You come like that, and then maybe you retest this and maybe you break it, and then you have nothing. Boom. You have nothing till all-time highs, all right? So there is that big fat arrow right there, and then it would be looking something like that. That is something that I realistically see on these charts being able to go down. And I don't let me sound like a perma bull. I'm definitely not a perma bear for saying that a pullback is likely when we have the conditions that we do. But I'm going to come back over here to Mr. Apple, and I am going to point out that Apple is also just struggling up here. You notice how we weren't, I mean, I guess you were struggling a little bit over there, but you have, like, I don't know how this daily candlestick's going to form, but we'll take off these ugly Bollinger Bands, and I will show you guys what is popping on the weekly time frame. What do you have? You have this Gravestone Doji candlestick, all right? I don't know how this week's going to form, but if we have another reversal candlestick, then I think it's rather likely that we get that decent-sized pullback. Guess what? It was also on volume. I'm also actually going to bring up something right here, and we're going to look at this a little more on the weekly update this week. But besides Google, guys, we have Microsoft, we have Apple, we have Meta, this is on the monthly time frame, and we have Amazon, and they all have reversal / indecision candlesticks, which is not something that has been taking place this whole time. You did have it all the way down here, but you see how your monthly RSI is all the way up there, and you actually do have a big fat bearish divergence. You actually got like a triple one, I'm seeing, but it's on the monthly time frame, so it doesn't really matter too much to me. What does is this weekly time frame, and that also has that divergence right there. Now, obviously, on the daily time frame, that also matters to me, and you again have that. What do we got going on? We have Google crossing down or up. What are we doing? Goog is breaking that, and let's just look at what that could potentially be bringing. So I was watching Goog to start breaking down from there, and underneath this level, you do open up the door to coming all the way down here to 126.72. Where did I get that level from? We can come all the way over here, and that was over here. And obviously, this is where you double topped here. and started to decline. I do think there's a solid shot that if the market does get that pullback, Goog gives back, up to here, or all of the move from this morning's earnings gap up. We're going to have to see how that plays out. But like I said, guys, level by level, that's really how you want to be looking at this thing. We know a pullback is likely on the horizon. Does it happen after you come further into the supply zone? I don't know, because here's the thing about the supply zone, guys. It's still proving, all right, once, twice, 3 times to have a bunch of sell orders there. So, like, if you get through here and grind up into it, then what tells me that you're going to get shoved down? You want to get shoved down from these zones or shoved up from the demand zones rather quick. Like over here, look, you didn't spend a lot of time in here. Here, you test them. You're getting rid of that imbalance. The more you test that, the more you get rid of the imbalance. So, like, I would like to see a quick reaction down from this zone because, you're going to be using up this supply ammunition up there. That's just how I see things. So, that is that. All right, so I think we really covered everything. I know it was kind of all over the place, but, it's FOMC, and your boy kind of wants to get back to seeing what was said, and, like, I got some positions I want to take care of. But I hope you guys had a great day. I really do, and I hope you guys didn't take any crazy risk on, because in reality, we did not know the outcome of FOMC. And it's best to just wait to see how the market's going to react. Obviously, guys, we are, in no man's land over here on QQ, and SPY, in my opinion, does look like it's queued up for reversal. I don't want to sound like a perma bear. I don't think I am. All right, because we broke out from here. We were calling for 450. I said above 450, we're going to the next supply zone up here, 457 to 462. We came up here. So don't be calling Mr. Henry a perma bear. Please do not. Because, in reality, I just want to pull back so I can buy the dip over here. I really do. I think it's going to be a lot of A+ setups across the board if we get down there. And then you're also going to have the A+ setup over here on SPY, which would be freaking sexy. All right, with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. But I will point out, VIX over here is red on the day. And then you also have SPY red on the day. So if you do see that, just know the big boys are not loading up on puts and they are not selling their calls as this is pulling back. So that's, something to keep in mind. All right, that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.